I don't know if I get more annoyed by Sam's behaviour or witnessing how weak everybody else around him is. The only person on that island with any balls whatsoever is Amy. Stranded on Honeymoon Island, episode 8, and listen, I never thought I'd see the day that I am crying over Stranded on Honeymoon Island, but yesterday was that day, and what made it even worse is that I was sitting on my lunch at work and I was talking to somebody when they walked in, tears all over me. And they know that I'm not having a great week, and they're like, oh my god, are you alright? Do you want to talk about it? I'm like, it's not that. It's Stranded on Honeymoon Island. At the end of the last episode, we seen that Mike was given an opportunity to set off a flare and allow Amy to be paired up with somebody else, and we were all hoping it was going to be Sam and Jacket. Who else was it going to be? And I know that from the very beginning that Mike was coming across as like one of the lads, and he still is, but he did have a softer side. He did say that he really liked Amy, and when he told her and she basically shot him down because he lied, had he just been honest and says, aye, I messaged Emily on Hinge, I asked her what underwear she was wearing, then things could have progressed between the two of them. But it's the lies, it's too much. So he decided to sacrifice himself and set off the flare, and you know what? It was emotional. It really was. And I genuinely thought that they were just going to send a boat to pick him up and he was going to leave and then Sam and Jacket was going to come in. But no. It turned out that they actually did let him go and explain himself, and he says, oh, I set off a flare and you'd be paired up with somebody else, and she thought that he was leaving her to go and meet some other woman. But no, he sacrificed himself. It really was romantic. Even though Sam seems to think that Mike had a lucky escape. Fucking arsehole. And so they brought Man Bun in. I am sorry, I've literally just finished watching the episode and I can't remember his name and I don't even have a picture of him. But you know who I mean. Let's just call him Sam and Jacket or Man Bun for now. So he comes in and he is over the moon. He's like, yes, she's the one I wanted at the speed dating. This is going to happen. And basically straight away they were kissing. And it was like, oh, Mike sacrificed himself and it's all turning out for the best. Emmanuel's chatting with Danny and he's trying to plan the future and he's like, oh, we should meet up, like, I'm going to miss you and stuff. And she's just kind of been closed off and he says that he thinks she's just been insecure. And I think genuinely that he likes her. But in the comment section of the thing that I watched this on, people are saying, oh, I think Emmanuel's just trying to, like, advertise his band or whatever. I am not getting that from whatsoever. Let me know what you think in the comments. Bree and Byron had progressed the relationship to the next level. Byron's just like, I don't kiss and tell. She's just like, here's a layout of what happened, here's a diagram, here's a picture, here's the sounds that were made, here's the faces that were pulled, here's every single in and out that you'll ever need to know. And the two of them seem very pleased about it. Sam and Jess are talking about the future. I'm sorry, but when I talk about these two, I literally get like a tightness in my chest. It's like, it causes me physical stress, right? So they're sitting talking about the future and he's like, oh, you can come to a boxing class. Oh, everybody's welcome to a boxing class. And she's kind of thinking, well, like, that's not really progressing a relationship. Are we going to meet up first? Are we going to go out for dinner? Like, and he's like, oh, come to a boxing class. Honestly, fuck, man. So it's time to go to Couples Cove. And Sam's saying, oh, I just feel really bad for Jess because she's so quiet and she's an introvert. No, she's not. She's just like that because of the way he speaks to her, the way he speaks down to her, and the way he makes her feel tiny. And I'm actually going to make a separate video just about Sam because his behaviour is so worrying and I can't believe the producers allowed him to be on this show and make it till the end. I actually, every time I see him speak, I think, how was this allowed to happen? At Couples Cove, I can't remember if it was Danny or Georgia, but they were saying, oh, Sam and Jess seem to be getting on a lot better, they seem happier. No, they're being manipulated. This is what narcissists do. He'll speak to her, he'll make her feel small, and then when he gives her the tiniest wee compliment, she's nibbling at it like a starving mouse on a breadcrumb. And it's so fucking pathetic. But not only is that pathetic, it's the fact that other people are seeing it or hearing it. And the only fucking person that opens her mouth is Amy. So they're all sitting there waiting and Amy and Sam and Jacket to show up. And they're talking about Amy and they say, oh, like, Amy can bring out the best and worst in people. And Sam says, oh, I've yet to see the best. he the best? And Bree says, oh, I'm not happy about the way he's talking to Amy. Right, okay then, do you know what, Bree? Open your fucking mouth. And okay, she's the only person who actually done anything about it, right? She at least pulled Amy to the side and says, look, he was talking about you before you got here. But if that was my friend, right, I'd be like that. Hold on a minute, Sam. Let's fucking take a few steps back and think about the way that you've been speaking to your wife and other people here. And you've got a fucking cheek to talk about Amy? Really? But no. Bree takes Amy to the side and tells her, right, okay, fine. She maybe didn't want to start drama because Byron doesn't like drama, right, whatever. At least she said something. So Amy's like, he's messing with the wrong fucking bitch now. And she says, oh, I've got a hat here and I'll give it to Sam because you're his brother. Just kidding. I'm going to give you enough shade. And I was like, asshole. So she literally addresses what he says. And he sat there and says, oh, I didn't say anything bad about you. And she says, you told my husband that he wouldn't have got a word in for like the first hour or whatever. Oh, I didn't mean it in a bad way. And no cunt said a word. Nobody said a word. And then he says, oh, you're the one who says that you're machine gun Amy. And then somebody else went, oh, that's fair, that's fair. Is it fuck fair? Is it fuck? Is it fuck? He is a fucking arsehole. He's not got one positive aspect about him. And he's sitting there trying to make it everything out to be Amy's fault. And then he's saying, oh, I've not said anything bad about you. And nobody's even sticking up for her. And then what made it worse is that Amy said, oh, I feel bad now because I feel as if, is it Hayden? I feel as if Hayden's going to be like, withdraw from me now because he's seen the way I am. Why? I'm sorry, but if a man doesn't want a woman to stick up for herself, then he can get himself to fuck as well. I cannot be bothered with weak ass fucking bitches. And you know what? I'm not about people going out and just starting fights for the sake of it or starting arguments just because. But Amy was sticking up for herself. And nobody at that table said anything. And even Emmanuel was like that, he has said things and blah 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 when he was talking to the camera. And he didn't want to say anything because he didn't want to start drama. People are so scared to start drama. It's infuriating to me. I think I'm going to make a separate video about Amy because she is my sort of person. She stands up for her friends. She stands up for other people. She doesn't back down just because it's a man that's speaking to her. A big scary man. Oh my god. Better not say anything. Meanwhile, Jess is the complete opposite. The complete opposite. And in, I think it was the last episode, she says, oh, I wouldn't be friends with Amy outside. What the fuck? I would be shocked if Amy even could be friends with somebody like that. I couldn't be friends with somebody weak as fuck like that. This show for me has just really highlighted the problem with DV in Australia. And I know that it's not just this show, right? I know that it's not just Australia. But like, when I've witnessed it so many times on different Australian reality shows, like Maths, like with Harrison, and he was allowed to get away with so much because his partner just thought, oh, he's hot. Like, okay, he was alright looking. But that's no excuse. That's not a reason to let somebody manipulate you, speak down to you, belittle you in front of people. Like, it's just absolutely insane to me. Like, people need to get fucking self-confidence about themselves. But next time is friends and family, and I hate friends and family on any season. Like, it seems as if it's Jess's brother or something who's came in and he says, like, Sam's not for you. And I'm like, correct. Sam is not. But then when people's dads and grandads and all that come in, and they'll say, oh, if you're not ready to commit, then she's not the one for you. Like, fucking hell, they've known each other for 3 weeks. Fucking calm yourself. It's not 1875. We don't just marry people off after the first fucking week. But anyway, let me know what you thought of episode 8, and also, what the fuck do you think of Sam? Would you be able to sit at that table and witness this and say nothing? Or witness him talking about Amy and say nothing? I certainly couldn't. But I'll see you again next time. Bye!